Hello, Bengal Nation. We won today, but boy, it felt like we lost because the last 2 minutes of each football game, Minnesota versus Baltimore and Cleveland versus New England, were the most craziest last 3 minutes or 2 minutes of football you could possibly imagine in between both of those games, between two of them. Uh, Bengals won. I didn't even want to talk about the game because I felt like we lost. I was hoping New England would lose. Then oh my God. And the worst part is Cleveland covered the number. So that opens the door for New England to beat Baltimore, which I foresee. At this juncture, I just don't think we're going to get the playoff bye. I see us either A, suffering a loss, or B, possibly New England wins out. So, what are you gonna do? Good news is Tennessee was up for. Who knows? Maybe Denver can lose too. Who knows? I doubt it. Denver's got such an easy schedule down the stretch. Even if they lost to Tennessee today, it doesn't matter. They probably own the tiebreaker against us anyway. So, I mean, to lose like that, for Cleveland to give away the game the way they gave away that football game to New England was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then it would have been nice because if Minnesota had won, that would have been nice because they would have been 2-2. But now they're either way, they're 2-1 against the spread. I think we'll beat Minnesota, hopefully. We take care of business against them. Hopefully beat well, I mean 2-2. I mean against the AFC, against the NFC. They're 2-2 against the spread, but they're 1-2 not against the spread. So, and we are 0-1. So I don't know, man. That's gonna be a shady game. Really, really tough. That was just pathetic. That was a terrible pass interference call, though. It felt like the refs were in there helping New England a lot. Even on the when he ran the bootleg and they decided to call intentional grounding on Cleveland, but then so I mean, holy cow, man! Holy cow! You gotta have that football, man, and run the clock out. They were better off running another 40, making them burn one of their timeouts or something. I don't know. And then Cunliffe comes on, kicks the field goal. I'm thinking, man, please, just get in there. He couldn't do it for Baltimore, and when he had the chip shot, he missed. I think that was the tie in the Senate overtime. That was the AFC champion. So I was hoping he would redeem himself with this huge 57-yarder. But Cunliffe, there was no answer from Billy Cunliffe there towards the end. That was just horrible, man. Because I was watching the Cleveland game because I figured Cincinnati had the game. We were up 21-0, and I'm like, all right, let me put this Cleveland game on because maybe Cleveland could beat New England. And I really thought Cleveland could do it just because of the fact that Belichick struggles to beat his ex-team. I know the last time was against Peyton Hillis. That's the last game I can remember they played Cleveland. So as a Bengal fan, I'm not very happy right now. We won today, but I felt like we lost. But especially, I can't get it out of my system right now. I can't get it out of my head. It's just horrible. So going forward, it's Pittsburgh Monday night. I want the playoff bye, man. I just don't see us getting to the Super Bowl, without that bye. I don't see us getting to the AFC. I just want to get to the AFC Championship game. Forget the Super Bowl. I would just like to be at the AFC Championship game. Oh, man. So, I don't think the Bengals are going to be one and done this year. I think we're finally going to win a playoff game. Barring that nobody gets injured. On the other front, Terrence Newman got hurt. George Iloka got hurt. So, see what that was. The phantom touchdown, the phantom trip, I guess you could call it. There's a phantom punch and there's the phantom tackle. Ben Jarvis-Green-Ellis, I'm sure will have to be asked about that 4th and goal play. That was like I said, Jeff Triplett helped us. There was 2 calls I think he made that helped us out. Refs definitely helped us out today, though. in the Bengals atmosphere. Jeff Triplett seemed like he was on our side today. The one I'm not sure if that was a pass. There was two plays. Obviously, the Ben George Green Ellis touchdown, and then Andy Dalton's. I mean, there was a receiver in there. I don't know if he was outside the tackle box. I thought he was. I thought it was an intentional grounding. If you guys saw that one play, it looked like Andy Dalton might have been outside on the left tackle box, depending where the hash lined up. So. It looked like intentional grounding to me, but yeah, I had the score pretty much right. I thought I said 31. Obviously the Bengals put up 42. I didn't think they were going to put up that much, but I figured Andy Dalton and Andrew Luck were going to have good passing games today. Not very much, not many turnovers. The Bengals were looking like the Three Stooges. We cannot have that in the playoffs, though. The one touchdown to Brazil. I mean, the other play, it happens. We were up 21-0, and Zimmer kind of goes into that prevent type defense, which I don't like. Just keep jamming the receivers, just keep playing your game, and we could see what happens from there. So yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, I don't see Denver losing out. So even if the Tennessee, there's nothing. I got no vested interest in the rest of these football games except if I'm going to bet on them. I really like New Orleans though, and I still like Dallas over Chicago. I still just a little like Dallas over Chicago, especially with the Eagles winning. I can't help but see it being set up that Dallas plays Philadelphia end of the year for the division, the NFC East crown. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Sunday. Congratulations to Janavi Bernard on his first 100-yard rushing game, our first of the season too. Bengals finally listened to me. I tell them to keep running them on the toss, run them on the outside. They gotta start running them inside though. Run him inside with a lead Broncos. I mean, he's a small guy. He's taking unnecessary hits. At least if he's got a lead block, someone else is he always got to do is fall that, make the cut, and then boom, now he's just got hope. That's the way I would like. I know sometimes the plays, very rarely though, the plays work though. Sometimes you do get them 10-yard gains where the hole's there, but I'd rather you run him with a lead block. Bernard, if you're going to run him between the tackles, no need to get these hits. I mean, hopefully he can stay healthy. Long term wise though, hopefully this guy can play for 5 or 7, 8 years. Instead of the average window of 3 to 4. It would be nice to see Bernard have a good long career here in Cincinnati. I'm a huge fan of him. I get excited every time he touches the football. So he's always a fun to watch. So yeah, we'll see what happens from here though. Tough. New England still got to go to Miami. They still got to beat. But like I said, you got to get lucky, man. You got to get lucky to beat New England, boy. Cincinnati got the rainstorm. Carolina got a bad penalty. Bad penalty called on that one play. They were holding Gronkowski. Good news is Gronkowski got hurt. So maybe that will help Miami. I think Miami beat Pittsburgh. I didn't even check that score. But and then the Minnesota-Baltimore game, that was just a mess. I was hoping Minnesota would just win because this way then they would be 2-1 straight up, and they would definitely lose to Cincinnati. So now I'm a little scared going up against Minnesota. Don't get me wrong, that's not going to be no cakewalk. That game will not be a cakewalk. Either way, you got to. Toby Gerhardt, Leslie Frazier's definitely going to have his team ready to play, unless Leslie Frazier and Marvin Lewis decide to have a gentleman's agreement, and Leslie Frazier does us a favor and tanks the game for us. I just think he'll have the team to play though. He'll have his team ready to play against Cincinnati. So we go forth with Pittsburgh. That's going to be a knock 'em, slop 'em. That's just going to be a dog fight. That Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. That's going to be a fight. Pittsburgh's probably going to be getting 3. I would imagine 3 or 4 points on the road. Scary. That's going to be a dog fight. So we'll see what happens. I'm really disappointed. It helped just making this video and talk it out, but man, I just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just really disappointed. It would have really been nice to see us up at the 2 spot. That would have been nice. And hopefully, I mean, I don't see the Bengals winning out here. It's too tough. You got to play Baltimore. You got to play Pittsburgh. Two real tough games. Two tough physical teams, and even Minnesota's going to be tough because they're going to have Toby Gearhart. And it's just going to wear on us. So we'll see. And even like I said, then you got to deal with Cordell Patterson. He can be a pain in the ass. But I mean, we did a good job last year stopping Matt Castle with Kansas City. So if Matt Castle's starting, maybe, but then again, who knows if Ponder's back. So I know that's 2 weeks ahead. I know just what Pittsburgh's going to be a fight. I mean, what Pittsburgh. It's not enough said. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. It's all you got to say. Down, you know what I mean? Only thing is, they're not. Pittsburgh they just never mail it in, man. In the beginning of the season, they look like the worst team in football, but Pittsburgh is always going to be Pittsburgh. Tough team to beat. So. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Just enjoy, I guess, this game of the week. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck calling the Seattle-San Fran game. I bet San Fran. It's 3-0. It's going to be a... It's going to be a dogfight, this game. Probably like 2017, but yeah. And then the Baltimore game, that was just crazy. That would have been nice if Baltimore had lost, though, because then... They would have been 3 behind us instead of... I mean, they're still 2 behind us. But still, we lose 1. Boom. And they win. Now they're 1 game behind us. And that would set up for, then we would be tied. And especially, you don't want to lose to Pittsburgh. Oh, man, if we lose to Pittsburgh. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So, but I figure either way, I don't know. Nothing's really locked up. So... Not unofficially locked up. That Minnesota game might help us lock something up. So, yeah, I definitely want the home playoff game, though. I'm sorry I'm rambling on here. But, guys, enjoy the weekend and enjoy the rest of these weekend's games. And, yeah, go Bengals. All right.